जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। Dear devotees, kindly keep your mobile phone in silent mode. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamunatira Banachari. Jamunatira Banachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamunatira Banachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajgacharya Stotra Shata Sri Srimad Srila Bhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana Ki Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Bande Gurun Isa Bhaktan Isam Isavatarakam Tat Prakasam Satat Sakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गेन्मद्गुरो मन्महाधन मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते। असाधु साधुता दायिन् अतिनीचचतारक हानमञ्च कदाचिन्मां प्रेम्णाहित्कण्ठय स्फुर। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, text number 12 through 14. I believe 14 is on the board. So I will read. Yeah. So I will read 12 and 13. मन्युर मनोर mahinaso mahān śivaḥ ṛtadhvajaḥ Ugraretā bhavaḥ kālo vāmadevo dhṛtavrataḥ. Written there? Oh, okay. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm doing 12 now. Yes. Thank you. Okay, this is 12. Manyur manur mahinaso mahān śivaḥ ṛtadhvajaḥ Ugraretā bhavaḥ kālo vāmadevo dhṛtavrataḥ dhṛti-rasalomā ca niyutsarpirilambika iravati Svadhā and Dīkṣā Rudrano rudrate striyah. Let me read the translation. Lord Brahma said, "My dear boy Rudra, you have 11 other names: Manyu, Manu, Mahinasa, Mahān, Śivaḥ, ṛtadhvajaḥ, Ugraretā, bhavaḥ, kālo, vāmadevo and dhṛtavrata. O Rudra, you also have 11 wives called the Rudranis, and they are as follows: Dhi, Dhriti, Rasala, Uma, Niyut, Sarpi, Ila, Ambika, Iravati, Svadhā and Dīkṣā. Now we can together recite text number 14. Grihanaitāni nāmāni sthanāni ca sayoṣaṇah ebhi srija praja bahuhi prajanam asijatpatihi grihanaitāni nāmāni sthanāni ca sayoṣaṇah ebhi srija praja bahuhi prajanam asijatpatihi grihanaitāni nāmāni sthanāni ca sayoṣaṇah ebhi srija praja bahuhi prajanam asijatpatihi. Please read. Vaishnavis, grihanaitāni nāmāni sthanāni ca sayoṣaṇah ebhi srija praja bahuhi prajanam asijatpatihi srija praja bahuhi prajanam asijatpatihi. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. Grihana, just accept. Etani, all these. Namani, different names. Sthanani, as well as places. Cha, also. sayoshanaha, along with wives, evhi, with them, shrija, just generate, prajaha, prajeni, bahuhi, on a large scale, prajanam, of the living entities, asi, you are, yat, since, pati, the master. Translation. My dear boy, you may now accept all the names and places designated for you and your different wives. And since you are now one of the masters of the living entities, you may increase the population on a large scale. Purport. Brahmā, as the father of Rudra, selected the wives of his son, his living places, and his names as well. It is natural that one should accept the wife selected by one's father, just as a son accepts the name given by the father, or as he accepts the property offered by the father. That is the general course in increasing the population of the world. On the other hand, the Kumaras did not accept the offering of their father because they were elevated far beyond the business of generating a great number of sons. As the son can refuse the order of the father for higher purposes, so the father can refuse to maintain his sons in increasing population because of higher purposes. Very wonderful purport. Huh? So, we are hearing Lord Shiva was born from Brahmā, and as soon as he was born, he asked his father. If you refer to text number 18, there is a link here. In the second line it is said, Namani kurume dhāta sthanani cha jagat guru. So this boy, as soon as he appeared, immediately he asked his father, "Oh, destiny maker, dhāta," addressing, Namani kurume, please designate my names, Namani. This is plural. And then if you see in text number 10, Brahmā said, O chief of the demigods, you shall be called by the name Rudra by all people. Right? So he is asking, give me names. That means many names. First of all, Brahmā is saying, okay, you will be called by the name. How many names? So does it respond this question? No. Question was names. So he gave only one name. So what are the other names? Obviously the question still remains. Therefore, in text number 12, now he is giving the names, Ekadas, 11 names, right? So that's why in text number 12, all the 11 names of Rudra, one of the name is also Shiva, as we have seen in the previous section, the Shiva by Bir Raghavacharya, he says Sadashiv. Anyway, Shiva Tattva is very complicated. So he has 11 names given by Brahmā. The names are listed in text number 12. And then immediately after that he is saying, okay, now I am also going to give you the wives, Rudranis. O Rudra, you also have 11 wives called the Rudranis. And then he gives the name. Then in text number 14, now he is saying what he is supposed to do, right? Because Brahma's business was to populate the universe. So now he has got the son, Rudra, he has got 11 names, 11, form. There are 11 wives are there. So now you try to populate the universe. So that creation subject will be discussed in the following verses, what Rudra had created and what was the consequences that you will hear afterwards. But in this purport, interestingly, Prabhupada is making some comment which reminds us that Bhagavatam is a cultural presentation. Bhagavat does not just speak about philosophy. It also gives us a clear instruction about the culture that a human society is supposed to follow. And keeping that in mind, Prabhupada is drawing the parallel that Brahmā, being the father of Rudra, so he assigned his wife, right? His son's wife. That's why he selected Brahmā as the father of Rudra, selected the wives of his son, his living places, and his names as well. It is natural that one should accept the wife selected by one's father. Then he goes on speaking just like son accepts the property offered by the father. When we hear this, that father supposed to select the wife for his son, in the modern context, how does it sound like? Man, you don't know anything. We are up to date now. So we know better than you what we should do. We can find our own match, right? In many families it is happening like that now actually. Then, should we say, oh, you are at fault, your father you supposed to do, why you didn't do this is why this problem happening? This is one way to look at it, right? But other way is, well, people are lacking Krishna consciousness. Therefore, they do not know what is the correct etiquette, what is the correct culture to be followed in the society. So therefore, if you are coming from a Krishna conscious background, without finding fault with anyone, we are supposed to present the truth in a palatable manner, so that people in the society will be inspired to follow the Krishna conscious culture, which will improve the quality of life in the human society. So here when it is said that father supposed to select the wife for the son, why does Shastra say this? Because immediately some atheistic people, when they hear such kind of statements from the Shastra, like Prabhupada, oh, your Swamiji, he just spoke long back, he doesn't understand what is the current situation. They just try to find fault. No, it's not that Swamiji said something from his own. Swamiji is saying what is supposed to be said because he is following scripture, he is following his acharya, gurus. So why did Shastra say this? Shastra said this. There is a kind of, there is some value attached to this statement. You see, why father takes the responsibility to select the wife for his son? Because the children, especially the son, after son gets married, he will give birth to the son and daughter, right? But the daughter is not going to stay with them. Daughter will go to somebody's house. So who is going to stay? Son. So son, he will inherit the quality of the mother. So if the mother is not coming from a qualified family tradition, then you will have a disturbance born in your family, disturbing entity. You can say, how can you say like this? Is there any statement, is there any proof in Shastra? Yes, there is some proof in the Shastra. We can see it, right? We see in the life of King Vena. Vena's mother was Sunitha. Sunitha's father was an atheist king. He was an atheistic person. So, therefore, the Vena, who was born to Anga and Sunitha, inherited the quality of his grandfather, that is, his mother's quality. Because daughter is supposed to get the quality of his father, right? And son is supposed to get the quality of his mother. So in that way, Vena got the quality of his mother, and who had received the quality of his father, who was an atheist. And you can see what happened to Anga. Of course, Anga was very satisfied. He said, it's better to have an undesirable son, because when he is creating disturbance in the family, then you have entered into the renounced order of life. So it's a good thing that to have a bad son than to have a good son. But from the Varnashram perspective, no, everybody likes to have a good son. Everything has to be kind of, there is nothing right and wrong in this world. Everything has to be seen in the proper perspective and how it is helping one to become perfectly Krishna conscious. So here we see the reference, right? Vena, he inherited the quality of his mother. And also if we go back in the beginning of the creation, Manu Maharaj, he had his daughter Akuti married to Ruchi Prajapati under one condition, that the son who will take birth in the womb of Akuti will be given to Manu Maharaj. That is called Putrika Dharma. There is also some rule that if one desires to have the son of his daughter as his own son, this is Jiva Goswami's statement, then he can give in charity his daughter to a man, and then with a condition that the son who will be born to the daughter will be his son, so that the son can inherit the property, he can, do. So the point is here, there is a logic behind why Shastra recommends that father should find a suitable match for the son. In India, sometimes this has been taken in a very wrong context, in the sense that when a Brahmana son is qualified to get married, then the father or the family members are thinking to get a girl who is also born from the same Brahmana, I mean to say, same standard of Brahmana tradition. In Brahmana also they have different kind of, gradations. Some are little, low class, some are very high class Brahmana. A high class Brahmana boy is not going to get married to a girl who is born in a low class Brahmana tradition family. Similarly, Kshatriya, going to Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So people respected that. Why? Not because not to just create a difference in the society, that they are low class people, and we are high class people. Even though some people have accepted like that, and when they have a mixed marriage, then also there is anuloma, pratiloma, that kind of, children are born, and there are some kind of an implication to that also. Manu Maharaj has very clearly defined in the scripture. So Shastra is not trying to point out something where one set of people in the societies are already pushed down and other set is brought up. No, that is not the goal of scripture. Scripture is making a neutral statement. You apply your intelligence, understand what you are going to follow and what is the result you are supposed to get. If you are desirous for achieving higher goal in this human life, if you want to pursue the higher goal in this human form of life, which is to attain Krishna consciousness, love of Godhead, that's what we say, prema pumartha mahān, then you have to follow scripture in Varnashram tradition. Then society is also protected. There is no chaotic situation unnecessarily created because of the whimsical decision taken by certain individuals, and that has become the standard in the society. That is what causing the main problem to the society today. The people are not ready to follow what they're supposed to follow as a human being. Right? The scripture is for who? Not for animals, for the human being. There's a purpose behind it. So in that way, and you see, and here also this sayoshana, this word is there. If you see the first line, grihanai tani namani sthanani cha sayoshana. Some acharyas have given some part of Veda, instead of sayoshana, it can also be saposhana. Means, it is the duty of the husband to take care of his wife. Even other day also we were discussing the same context. It is said that the father takes care of the daughter, right? And when the daughter gets married, then daughter is going to her in-laws' house. Even after that, the brother, he is supposed to also take care of the sister as his father did. It sounds like, oh, that means husband doesn't have to do anything. Huh? Father took care of the daughter. After the daughter is getting married, now brother is going to again take care of her. No, try to understand. So the point is, when the daughter gets married, there's a custom. The custom is, every month there are some festivals. During this festival, the brother has to bring some gift to the sister's house. Because the daughter, even though she, as we said, daughter carries the quality of her father. So even though she is in her in-laws' house, she will still have some sort of affection. and she will desire always to get that affection from her father's house. That is natural. And in that way, she feels more protected, more cared for. And then she will become a gem to contribute the best to the society. So these are all kind of psychological effect which is helping to get society stabilized when women are properly protected. So here, swaposhana, that means the husband has to take the responsibility to protect his wife, to maintain his wife in this connection. Maintain means, even though there might be some tragic situation, the husband will never neglect the need of it. And then when husband is in difficult situation, that wife who have been very nicely maintained by her husband, she will always stand next to her husband. This is also called grihastha dharma. Like if you see in the life of Lord Ram, when Maharaj Dasaratha, he instructed Ramchandra to go to the forest, right, for exile. At that time, Ramchandra didn't want Sita Devi to go with him, right? But Sita Devi, she automatically agreed to follow her husband. Why? A husband performs his household dharma by honoring his wife's wishes when they align with righteousness and by supporting her in difficult times. Ram demonstrated that a couple should work together as equals, sharing joys and struggles. When they went to the forest, when Sita saw this golden deer, she wanted that, right? And what did Ram do? His supreme personality of Godhead. A common man will see, oh, you see, he was like a handpicked husband. Wife wanted this golden Sita, he was just, following, golden deer, and he was following behind the deer. And what his Lord, he didn't know. He was a Rakshasa. You see, what is the message here? When Lord Ramchandra left the ashram, at that time, he executed his dharma, means he deputed Lakshman. He said, Lakshman, you protect Sita Devi until I come back. See? So this is the dharma. That not that the husband is in difficult situation, then all the anger, all the frustration has to be downloaded in the wife's head. And then wife freaks out. Then after some time, there is disagreement. This is not dharma. This is not what's supposed to be done here. It is a saposhana. He has to maintain. This is our culture. And when she is coming from that tradition, that kind of family background where she had been cultivated properly with proper care, etiquette, values, which she has inducted in her father's house, she is definitely going to reflect that in the family of his in-law, of her in-law. So, therefore, this, grihastha dharma, where husband takes the responsibility to protect, to maintain his wife, is very significant. Even when Ramchandra was in Panchavati, you can see he is the son of a king, Dasaratha Maharaj's son, such a opulent life they used to lead. in the uh, Ayodhya. But when they left, and Ramchandra, he was staying in Panchavati forest, that time he had constructed one Parna kutir, a kutir made of leaves, right? Such a simple hut. Sita Devi did not complain that, I am following you, you're supposed to, ensure that I am comfortable, what is this? This is not a very good place to sleep. I can't, But anyway, I am following you, I understand I am your wife. She didn't complain like that. She, okay, that's fine. See, the point is here, the execution of dharma is not one-sided. It has to be from both the sides, right? Even if you see the third canto in Kashyap, right? This is Trivarga Dogdhi. Wife is accepted as Trivarga Dogdhi. Dharma, Artha, Kama. These three vargas, three goals of life are attained by one's wife. Means, when somebody enters Grihastha ashram, then whatever religious activities he is performing, he will require his wife's assistance all the time. Husband and wife, they will be doing together. Especially if you go to South India today, there are a lot of families, actually, even today, they follow this kind of standards. So, there is some kind of, clear indication given in the scripture. So, everybody has to understand why Shastra says this. Then, if they follow, it will be perfect. So that's why when we see Prabhupada is saying, father is supposed to get a wife for his son, this is not for the purpose of, not with the desire to control his son, to make his son's life miserable. Rather, he is very much cautious about bringing a good girl to the family, so the child who will be born to her will brighten our family tradition, our culture, our property will be protected, and he will help us to follow dharma. So in that way, there is a culture, tradition, which is explained in the scripture, that is not to minimize the current understanding of the current society, but to give the message what is supposed to be practiced in the human society. So in that way, I think 10 more minutes. So we will just read the translation once again, then we will stop. My dear boy, you may now accept all the names. So he has given the 11 names and places. Like right before also he has given the places, 11 places designated for you and your different wives. And since you are now one of the masters, master means Prajapati, of the living entities, you may increase the population on a large scale. From now on, then you will see this Rudra is going to create. And you will hear what kind of creation he will start. Brahma will have to say, oh, just stop it, Just hold on for a moment. Better you go and practice some austerity after that. Then Brahma will create, big rishis, and from there everything will start. Anyway, that you will hear afterwards. So we'll conclude here unless you have some questions or comments. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for your class. Very nice explanation. So the question is this. Dasha offered his daughter to Lord Shiva.
Uh,
But one way or other, in due course of time, he wasn't satisfied. So that means he made a wrong decision.
no.
Because then they start fighting in the course of time.
No. See, you don't see this episode from that angle. There is every section in Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to teach us something. Okay. So that is not the lesson from that Daksha, he made a wrong decision, they were fighting. There's a reason behind what all these things happen. For example, here you see, this Rudra, after he was born, he was crying. Right? Why he was crying? There is some lesson. Externally, that was a kind of leela of Lord Shiva. And internally, Lord Shiva was feeling pain to see the suffering of the people. That's why he was crying. So, but somebody may say, oh, just like, children are born, they start crying as soon as they come out from the mother. That's why he was crying. No, that is not the kind of message here. So similarly, that section when you come, there are a lot of things have been said in that connection, that Sati, who was given to Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. How can Daksha made a wrong decision? That is definitely not a wrong decision. But that section has been brought in this pages of Srimad Bhagavatam to teach us something. Of course, that is also one of the pastimes of the Lord, meant to teach us the lessons. Many lessons are there in that section. That is not a wrong decision. First, Mataji, mother, our,
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. When we first read the verse, I was thinking of a nice application for all of us, because we see here that Rudra is the son of Brahmā. So Brahmā is the father and also kind of like the guru, at least Shiksha guru. So in the same way, like we get a name from our gurus, and we also, many of us will be designated a particular service, particular place, that we have to accept. And when we accept what the order of the guru, that this is your Prabhu Datadesh, this is your place for service, and also we get the facilitation for doing the service. So in this case, Rudra's service was propagating, making progeny for the world, so the resources that he needed was a wife. To do that, you need a wife. So, but we have other services, maybe preaching in this country, starting a center, doing a new initiative. So Guru says, go there, do this, and provide the resources. I just thought it's like a broader application of this verse, that how the Guru, and that we have to accept. So he's saying you should accept this. So it just makes our lives easier if we, after all, we're the servant. Guru says, go here, like Prabhupada often sent devotees, go to this place, start a center. So, we may have our own plans for our life. Like you said, we may want to marry another person, but the parents say, no, this person is better. So we may have plans. I think this service is a good service for me. I want to do this. But the Guru is like, no, do this. So if we accept, then it becomes so much easier, because that's the culture. Just accept. Anyways, I'm the servant. Master has ordered. I'm the servant. My position is to accept. That becomes nice.
Very wonderful comment. And one more thing I want to say in this connection. Not is that always your Guru says and you follow, it is very easy. Sometimes it is quite tough. But when we remain an honest follower of Dharma, very important point actually. In this age of Kali, as we know, Dharma is still there, truth is still there, right? That means if I am truthfully practicing Krishna consciousness, and my goal is that my Guru Maharaj asked me, you do this service because this is how you can serve the humanity, help them to become Krishna conscious. That is the desire of the Guru, and he told us. And we may not be able to see the kind of, what is actually in future for me there, But if we just follow as it is without being duplicitous in our character, in our behavior, in our approach, we need to be truthful. Apparently speaking, maybe sometime we have to go through some hurdles because of some circumstance. There are many reasons why we have to go through the some hurdles that we don't have to discuss now. But the devotee is more careful about seeing Krishna's hand in Guru's instruction, and he knows one thing: I need to be dharmic man, follow the orders of the Guru just to propagate this message. And whatever happens, happens. I accept it as Krishna's wish. Then, after some time, he will see the good days. Sometimes in the beginning, it might be some kind of difficult situation while following the Guru's instruction. Or Guru is in that kind of position. Guru may make everything clear for the disciple. Then from the beginning also, he will have good time. But some other time also, some difficulties will be there. But it's a good point, yes. When the Father is arranging something for us, just respecting dharma, we need to just follow what Father has arranged for us. That is best. Thank you. Very nice comment. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for such a considered class. The purport was rather short, and I was wondering where we will end up, but you crafted a very beautiful explanation linking, and the emphasis that you put was on society. And in one way, the aspect of grihastha was coming to the foreground. Like Mataji has just touched upon, it's the same subject that I wanted to say something on, is that in society, learning from these verses, that here we see the Father is the authority, but more than the authority, there is love. There is love, and therefore there is all endeavor made to facilitate what the Son, the Father foresees, what challenges the Son will face, and so on and so forth. And the analogies that you presented regarding the wife, there is protection from start as she transitions to various ashrams, shall we say, there is protection. Now, from a society point of view, societal point of view, it is not so straightforward, because who is the father and who is the son, who is the daughter? It's not so straightforward, because there are various levels of qualifications of all these people. So in a society, my personal view from experience is that there ought to be a body that facilitates to maintain the equilibrium between what is supposed to be done and what is being done. And we used to have a Shastric committee of some sort. I'm not so sure where we stand on those committees right now. But there is the magic of Srimad Bhagavatam, I want to conclude, is that it is applicable for all strata of society. It is a matter for us to be tuned into and try and read. Yes? But you really explained it very beautifully, so I thank you once again. Thank you.
So, yeah, if you feel that in society this is needed, I think there's a lot to do for us actually, because Prabhupada, he did whatever he could, and rest he also has left it to us, that we should not become like brainless people, or no intellectual, no intellect. No, we need to understand and we need to see what is good to bring the society forward. Like this is, you see, this is a very interesting point also we need to know. There is a saying that, the quality of the cause becomes manifest in the effect. That means, Prabhupada, he had this desire to create this wonderful institution, right? And the qualities he has already has all the wonderful qualities there. So these qualities has to manifest in the effect, which is the form of the society. What is that society? Society does not mean buildings, temples. You all are society. Unfortunately, we need to understand this. Society, what is society? You all are society actually. You represent society, right? This building does not represent society. Well, okay, in one, this is Gauna. This is not Mukhya Anga of the representation of the society. Man, Mukhya Anga of the representation of the society is the member of the society. If you have inherited the quality of your father, as Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is our actually founder, means his father in this connection, then you see things are flourishing, advancing in a very, effulgent manner. So yeah, it is the duty of all the, thoughtful Vaishnavis in this organization to see if they come up with some kind of standards and committee where they can churn the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam and see how we can apply it, help devotees to apply it to protect and bring stability to this organization, as Prabhupada said, for next 10,000 years at least. Bhagavatam can do that. Thank you for your nice comment. Thank you very much for your patience. Srila Prabhupada ki, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari.